Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving here in the States. Many creatures were stirring, wondering what would await them. I already know what we're having for Thanksgiving. No, spoiler alert, it's not a turkey. We're pardoning our turkeys indefinitely. I'm not calling you a turkey, unless, of course, you are. No, Diana and I had this long conversation, and we decided that the best part of Thanksgiving, beyond the whole thanking thing, was the stuffing. So we decided to forego everything else, and she's just making this big vat of stuffing. The dressing, the stuffing that you're supposed to stuff into a turkey. We're not eating a turkey ever again. That's what happens when you're a whole food, plant-based vegan. But we're very much looking forward to stuffing ourselves with stuffing tomorrow. Hopefully you will be as well. I will not be taking a day off, though. I know you'd be shocked to discover that. I'm always working, always thinking. I will be doing a live video in the Chris Pirillo channel tomorrow, thanking everybody, of course, but also doing more of a deep dive on net neutrality. So it's going to be something like, let's talk about net neutrality. And maybe that'll work as an ongoing live series, or just let's talk about with a topic indefinitely in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel. I'll also be doing a TLDR after that. Yes, you are watching TLDR right now, the Lockergnome Daily Report. TLDR for short. You can ask me anything that your heart desires. It's a Q&A with you and me. And if you're wondering what color my cables are, well, today they're red. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It sounded like something dropped. I need to turn these into ears so I can hear what that was. Anyway, as a reminder, Anchor sent me these cables, USB Type-C, needed them. Really, really appreciate the fact that they are red, because they'll be easy to find in a mountain of black and white cabling, which I don't mind as much as others do. It's just that sometimes when I'm looking for a certain type of cable, I may often look for a color instead of having to dig around for the end. So I think it's a genius move for Anchor to have done this. Another genius move, coming up with a 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack. Check it out. So I can see by way of this dial, this illuminated LED dial of sorts. Is actually just the button. It's not a dial, but I mean it's shaped like a dial. You don't actually turn it. It's not like a hand crank external battery pack, but it does accommodate a couple of USB ports, and then it does still charge by micro USB. So I couldn't use these cables with this particular brick yet, but the good news is Anchor's going to be having a Black Friday special. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to Black Friday. I've already picked out a couple of things that I'm going to get for Black Friday. Not just for me, but for the family as well. We don't share Star Wars figures, but there are a few things I've had my eye on. I may be inclined to wait until after the holiday season to pick up a few things. I gotta keep notes for myself saying, go back and check out this, because I have a feeling it's going to be like half off or more when they're trying to clear it out after the Christmas holiday. So I will not be getting one of these because, thanks to Anchor, I have one of these as well as these. They keep me charged, well charged over there, Anchor. I also will not be needing the Star Warped kids. Finally got these from an artist, an independent artist. These are not made by Topps, nor should they be confused with anything made by Topps, but he is a GPK artist. And he illustrated Star Wars-themed Garbage Pail Kids-esque stickers. They are stickers. I'm never going to peel them. But I picked up his original He-Man series a few years ago. And you can check out the website, Magic Marker Arts. I'm just saying it. They're not a sponsor, nor is Anchor, by the way. I actually bought these for my collection, A and B. The full series, right here. Star Warped Kids. Things that I would have dreamed about having when I was younger. Dreamed about having Star Wars-themed Garbage Pail Kids. I think the closest thing we came to was, who was it? Ashcan Andy? Was it in the first or second series? I don't even remember if I had one. I never had any of the first series until I was a little older, like 16 or so. But Ashcan Andy was a part of the original series. Tony Yoon with his question underneath that floating cursor. Question 565. Will you be trying out tofurkey this Thanksgiving? I'd like to try it. We just haven't found it, and if we did, it wasn't on sale. We usually only buy food when it's on sale. I know that sounds really weird to a lot of you, but we save a lot of money that way. And it's important for us to do just that, because, let me see here. Just checking. Give me a second. I'm going to verify something, and you will understand why in just a moment, because I totally forgot to load the dashboard here on the YouTube chat here. Oh, yeah, gotta remember to flip accounts. I'm still on the Chris Pirillo account, flipping over to the Lockergnome account, or the, Chris Pirillo's Tech Geek Nerds, whatever it is titled. Yeah, see, no super chats, So, can't really afford the good stuff without super chats. But the tofurkey will have to wait. I've come to understand it can wait indefinitely. We will stick with the stuffing, which, by the way, was the most expensive stuffing at the store. Like, all the normal stuff was like 99 cents, but it had like high fructose corn syrup and white bread. And I'm like, if we're going to be stuffing our face with stuffing tomorrow for Thanksgiving, I'd rather not, destroy my body in the process with all that processed food. So we found pretty much everything we were looking for, minus one thing: gravy. That was a tall order, finding mushroom gravy. So we're gonna have to stew in our own gravy, as it were. Go.tagjag.com/freepoints is where you can go if you want to earn gift cards. We have in the past. They've kind of slowed down for us though, and I think it's because I've promoted it so many times that everyone else is just siphoning away any of our gift cards. So stop getting my gift cards. I'm trying to get tofurkey here. A gift card could have saved Thanksgiving. Courtesy of go.tagjag.com/freepoints. Oh, look at that. Now we have a super chat. Paul Lacosta says, Happy Thanksgiving to the Pirillo fam, you, Diana, and Jedi, and all here in the community, on the community, with the community. Paul can also be found in the Discord chat room, which you can join if you head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo or twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Either one of those will give you access to this chat room 24/7. Let me go ahead and dim that screen just a couple of... What would you call it? Clicks? A couple of clicks? Lower the brightness by a few nits? Is that a little better? Is it legible now? It's a little bright. Paul's super chat was very bright. He's got a bright future, that Paul. Indeed. So... The only other thing I was going to mention today, and then, of course, I was thrown off by a question here. Matt Geek, wasn't really a question, it was a comment. He says, Strange, my iPad crashed again. That does not surprise me. I got to tell you, I am tired of seeing the tweets that everyone's tweeting when you're tweeting me slop, iOS slop. That's the thing I wanted to bring up. I mean, I tweet or retweet every so often, but y'all are tagging me on it like I'm responsible for it. And I kind of feel like I'm not. I don't work for Apple. Although it's funny when I see this stuff. I've moved on. I'm ready to move on, like with life. So I appreciate that you're tagging me, but it's okay. You can slow down on the tagging me with iOS slop. Trust me, I get it. The slop is there. It's okay if you do. I'm just saying, don't expect that I'm going to retweet it, because I shouldn't discourage you from replying or tweeting me and tagging me. But it just makes me feel somewhat responsible for your decisions. But don't look at me. I'm the one who told you to buy an iPad. Certainly not someone handled Mac Geek. See, that's why I'm careful with those handles, man. Everyone chooses a different handle. Hang on, let me ask a question. Maybe this is a great title for TLDR tonight. What's the story behind your handle? What's the story behind your username? What's the story? I mean, I'm Lockergnome, right? And that's just a high school nickname that I, basically kind of, pushed into the digital realm and then made it be something that was a part of me, but I became synonymous with that part of my identity. Chris Pirillo became Lockergnome and vice versa. Even though that's just one part of me. But Lockergnome is just an old high school nickname. How'd you get your handle? How'd you get what's the story behind your handle? I'm serious. I'm curious. I mean, Mac Geek, obviously. Mac Geek. Maybe you chose your real name. I don't know. I mean, everyone's got a different story. Alberto Serafin Lopez says, Hi, Chris. Happy Turkey Day. You're awesome. See, I can't... the turkey's not happy. You could be happy eating the turkey, though. I'll give you that. Happy Thanksgiving Day, even if you happen to not be celebrating it, because it's just an American thing tomorrow. And it's always been a fun holiday. To be thankful. Of course, I'm trying to be thankful every day. I tell you every day I appreciate you. Every day I tell that to you. And I may be the only one who tells you that on the average day. Just to let you know where you sit with my life and how you should see me in return. Who else tells you that they love you and appreciate you? Who? You riddle me that. Sometimes the only person telling you that is me. I mean, not to say that's your best shot at friendship, but at least something. You can hang your hat on it if you want. You won't get very far hanging your hat on something because it's invisible. It's in the ether. It's words. Pez Liz comes in with the super chat, says gravy's easy, veggie broth, mushrooms, flour. We actually tried, thanks to Liz. She got she picked up a gift card which saved Thanksgiving. I went to a local store and got some miso ginger vegetable broth. And Diana brought some up tonight for me to try. She said, I was a little worried, but she said it did an amazing job. So we were really happy with our miso ginger vegetable broth, and it had pureed vegetables in there and everything. So that's what we're going. I know you're probably going to ask me again tomorrow, Chris. What did you have? Just assume I did not eat turkey or tofu. We don't even have any tofu in the house right now. Michael Jacobs asks in chat, what is the longest that you haven't charged your phone? Oh, I'd say overnight. I mean, there were times. I remember it was a trip to Vegas, and I thought I had everything plugged in and charged up, and I apparently plugged it in, but it wasn't charging. The phone wasn't charging, so it was overnight, and the phone died, and we almost lost our flight, but we were booking it, and we made it. Oh, that was harrowing. Oh, I was sick. Diana was sick. It was the worst time ever. It was a few years ago. That was probably the longest time. Normally I keep it charged. When I'm traveling, it's critical. But it overnight was about it. And I haven't really charged my phone right now. I've plugged it in when I was going out and about, and I'm at 71-ish. Right around 71. Let me go ahead and mute it, though. So that's not bad. But like I said, when I was in the car, I was definitely plugged in. And although I can't say that you get an insane amount of juice in the car because it's not a high-capacity charging option. See, look at that. Everyone's sharing their handle story. It's a good one. I really wish Super Chats were available on iOS YouTube app. Another way Apple's limiting our potential blah. Actually, I think, number one, it's not Apple necessarily. It's Google deciding not to give Apple a cut. Good for them. Two, you can Super Chat from iOS. You have to use Mobile Safari, not the YouTube app. Mobile Safari will allow you to Super Chat from iOS. It's true. Can we hear the behind the story of Lockergnome? It was a high school nickname, Tony. Thank you for the super chat. Number 566. I was just standing by a locker one day, and I turned to a friend, Dave, and I said, "Hi, I'm the Lockergnome. It's my job to stand by lockers and say, hi, I'm the Lockergnome." That's it. It was that stupid. It was that. I literally made it up. Well, there was a writing teacher who recently passed away, actually. He used to call me all sorts of shorty names. It was fun. It was all in good fun. He was a fellow Italian, but he kept calling me Gnome. I'm like, I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, I like that one. That one stuck. Don't know why. Never was a fan of gnomes necessarily. Never had an affinity for the word. But that's how it came about. And the rest is history. If I had a chance to do it again, I'd probably choose something different. But we can't erase 20 years of history as much as some people have tried. Just can't happen. Steve Jacobs 1 says 5K turkey trot tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, indeed. I don't know what that is. Is that a race that you run? Who would want? I mean, I'm shocked. I'm even wanting to work on Thanksgiving, let alone someone wanting to run, to do activity on Thanksgiving. Really? All right, it's up to you. Kenobi 53, and the reason he got a shout out even on YouTube is because I like the handle Kenobi. It's a good name. Chris, now that you've been vegan, have you ever eaten or gone near corn? I have not, nor will I. It's just, that's off limits. That is an absolute no-go. But thank you for asking. Hector asks, Tech Gnome. I probably would not have put tech in the title. I know that shocks a great many of you, but I probably would not have. I probably would have gone with Pirillo's picks. And I probably would have registered every possible domain name that I could have, or something geek, something that wasn't just related to tech. It would have allowed me to have a greater degree of fluidity, which I had in the newsletter days. But as time wore on, I recognized tech was not the only thing that I was interested in at the time, and it was really never tech for the sake of tech. It was always like the cool things I could do with software, which has me somewhat fascinated with this the concept of going live on YouTube for a few reasons. One, super chats are amazing. Two, we have an opportunity to better or more deeply engage on the front of pulling in both patrons and Twitch subscribers in those live video feeds. But, like I said, tomorrow we're going to try, let's talk about net neutrality, because it's an issue that's probably going to come to the forefront again, and the fact that it's actually going to be potentially eliminated tomorrow. And I don't know what there's to be thankful about. With the possibility or the looming threat that your internet connection isn't yours. It, by the way, has never probably been yours. It's not a public utility. Should be, but isn't. Some people would argue. And that's why I thought we'd have a nice discussion about it. So hopefully you join me. And then maybe the Friday we'll do... actually, Friday I've got something special. Turns out I found an option. It's not exactly the option you would want, but the live video for Friday is going to be insane. I promise you that, in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, as will TLDR. Over the weekend, TLDR, one day in one channel, one day in the other. And then on Monday, we'll do like a let's talk about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then we can talk about the deals that we got, or, what's the story behind it. So we can just choose like a topic to stick to, not in TLDR, which is your video. But specifically in the single video in Chris Pirillo's YouTube channel, mine, the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel. I think it would be interesting. I think it would be quite interesting to pursue that, because I'd rather just dive deep into one topic a day if I could, and then give TLDR to the rest of y'all for whatever reason. Steve Jacobs 1 says, lost 116 pounds since last November. Healthy changes. Good for you. That is amazing. And congratulations. My own story was, 30 pounds or so-ish. Although I realized that I had too much peanut butter over the past week, and probably a little more white bread than I should have had. I don't burn off a lot of that excess energy. So I'm very careful about what I eat, and hopefully you are as well. But yeah, one of the reasons that I flipped to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, I mean, they're Olympians. I don't know if you knew this, but some of the top Olympians are actually vegan. Like, you hear the myth that, you're going to have protein deficiency. No one really has a protein deficiency. That's a myth. But if top athletes find that they're far more effective on a whole food plant-based regimen, that's good. If it works for them, it's certainly going to work for me. I'm definitely not going to start running marathons, though. John Prosser from Front Page Tech says, just released our net neutrality video. Already sent 500 people to battle for the net. Fingers crossed Congress steps up. I don't think they will. That's my prediction, John. And you know who I blame? I hate to say this. I blame the people who made this happen. And this person was appointed because of a certain leader that we have in office that Chris Pirillo tried to warn everybody about. I warned everybody. I said, don't let this guy in. Don't let him in. Bad things are going to happen. So now we got a guy who's not only going to topple net neutrality, thanks for that, but he's also going to start stripping away a broadband from lower income families, people, citizens. Then he's going to make it such that local markets can be dominated in a multimedia capacity by one company. One company, one media entity can rule more than just one particular piece of media in a jurisdiction. So, I warned everybody. I warned you, and I warned you. That's all I'm going to say. So, if net neutrality goes away, it wasn't because Chris Pirillo didn't warn everybody. Because Chris Pirillo warned literally everybody he could. And I know I upset a lot of people when I came out and said, don't do it. Don't do it. I came out and said that. I said, don't put this guy anywhere near where he's at now. Because the people he's appointed are going to do the wrong thing. So, I guess it's not my fault if it happens. I didn't put the guy in that position. I knew what would happen if another guy was put in his position. He was, and look what happened. But that's none of my business. Sometimes I hate being right. Sometimes. This is one area where I just wish I wasn't right. That's just one. Just one. Why is business days considered Monday through Friday? Saturday and Sunday are days when many, if not most, businesses are open for business these days. Like malls and retail stores tend to be their most busy day on the weekend, a non-business day. Seems like an archaic term these days. Yeah, it is. And I think, just weekdays, weekends, for better or for worse, we have them. I'm happy to keep Saturday and Sunday, kind of off limits. I don't know if I'd say business days. I know what you mean, like, oh, it'll ship in 2 business days or taken care of in 2 business days. Maybe it'll say in the next 2 weekdays. Maybe they can move that direction, but people are just so accustomed to that. Something I never thought of before, but it's grandfathered in, and I think people know what that means, even when they know what it means. It's not necessarily black and white. But, yeah, I agree with you. I get a lot of business done on the weekends as well. Better Said comes in and says, hey, Chris, what's your plan for Cyber Monday? Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And I say this no matter where you live on the planet. I've said that for years. I'm like, if you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, understand I'm thankful that you're there in whatever way that you want to be there for me, because I try to be there for you as well. My plan is I'll do video. I'll do a live video on Chris Pirillo's YouTube channel. Like, let's talk about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Talk about what I did and what I got, what I'm getting. No TVs. I have no plans for TVs or electronics necessarily. Then I'll do a TLDR right after that. Then after TLDR, I'll probably do a live video on Creator Advocate. By the way, do y'all want to do another live video tonight on YouTube? Let's go to the Creator Advocate YouTube channel, youtube.com/Creator Advocate. We'll be talking about business and creation and creator and the business aspect of what it is that I do on a regular basis. Entrepreneurship. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Let's talk about setting your own destiny. I think you may be interested. So we'll do that right after TLDR tonight, and then possibly Twitch for the podcast a little after that. Does that sound good tonight? Creator Advocate, you see more live video from Chris Pirillo from the convenience of your own YouTube viewing portal, wherever you sit. I hesitate to give you any spoilers, but I will tell you this. I did get something tonight for Black Friday. It was an early deal. Entertainment Earth has the Clones 4-pack for $39, down from 99. $39 for 4 6-inch clones. I'm like, that's like $10 a piece. That's insane. And you know me, I love Star Wars figures. So I took advantage of that. I saw there's a Walmart promo that's going on, and Jedi saw one of these items, not in Walmart, but in a comic shop. And she says, I want that. I'm like, okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. And lo and behold, today I get the alert saying, hey, it's on sale, by not quite half off, but pretty close. I'm like, oh my God! God, I love taking advantage of those deals. Love. So, Star Wars, the 4-pack. Look at that! Isn't that amazing? I'm getting those! Yeah! I'm sorry. Chewbacca is bringing them for our official Life Day celebration. It's just an insane deal. Like more than half off. I still can't believe it. Hey, bro. What's a good TV tuner I can use for my MacBook Pro 2011 to get free live TV stream? Isn't Sling doing that? Isn't it Sling? I wouldn't mess with hardware, that's for sure. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to recommend. Shows you how much I know. I don't follow a lot of the hardware trends. Probably would have to be something you would connect by way of USB. But I would imagine it would be it'd be easier just to use an online service. Just pay for an online service. I know it's not the answer you wanted, but do they even still sell TV tuners? Like after the world went digital, I haven't heard much about them. But you know, I don't have a lot of hardware recommendations to make on that front. Maybe someone else does, either on YouTube here or specifically in Discord chat. Marble Dash asks in Discord chat, what do you think of YouTube TV? The interface is amazing. I don't have it. I have no plans to get it. I am very well served by my current content choices. Very happy with my current content choices. I'd like it, but I want them to bundle it into like my YouTube Red or my Google Play Music. Because I'm like, you want me to spend more money? I'm like, on something I don't need? And that money could go to Star Wars figures. Why would I spend money on something I'm not going to use like that? I don't know. Haven't tried it. I'd like to try it, but no, not what is it, like $10 a month, $20 a month, something nutty like that. Deal breaker with so many ads. See, that you pay to watch ads. I mean, that's the thing. I like YouTube Red. Hopefully you're a YouTube Red subscriber, because it won't necessarily save you money, but it actually benefits us if you watch the live videos that we do. Even though tonight's live video, I know, is a little later than normal. We had plans earlier. Diana had plans. 6 o'clock seems to be right around the right time. 5:30, 6 o'clock seems to be right around the right time to start live streaming. It's just that we were a couple hours late today. And tomorrow it'll be early. Tomorrow I think we're going to start at noon in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel. YouTube Red is amazing. Did you hear that? Am I the only person who's hearing this stuff? Like Jedi's like screaming. YouTube Red is amazing. Haven't tried it. Oh, wait, it is included with YouTube TV. Well, wait a minute. Okay, it's included with YouTube TV. All right, so you don't have to double pay. Well, then how much does YouTube TV cost? Because if it was included, all right, that's not a big deal, as big a deal, because then it would be included. But I'm also family, so I don't yet know if I would necessarily take advantage. See, around 40, then that would be an additional $25 a month. Keep in mind when you DVR something, it also skips the commercials. Sometimes, but I don't really go through all that. I don't know. I can't justify an extra $30. Like I said, we buy food when it's on sale and we need food. You know, did I get the Iden figure? I did. I don't know if it's Iden or if it's Dar. I'm still getting used to their names. I guess I've played through most of the campaign. I streamed it yesterday on youtube.com/Star Wars Radar. That was a lot of fun. But I think I may stick to streaming that game on Twitch. I think we got a little more, more of a community there than we do on the Star Wars Radar YouTube channel. Just in experimentation, just that once or twice. But I've played through a lot of it, and it's been fun. I'll play it again. Although I don't know how I'm going to be able to go online because I don't have an online subscription. Maybe we'll do it sounds so sad. We'll do a not a device drive, but all I'm trying to do is cover costs. That's all I'm trying to do. And it costs $50 a year to get on the PSN network. I think you used to be able to earn gift cards on one of these platforms or another. Can't remember which platform. Oh, speaking of device drive, this Friday is about a week, and we're still about at the halfway point for the iPhone 10. I've been mentioning it in every TLDR since Friday, as I promised. Zach wanted me to mention it again and again. I have mentioned it again and again. I have. It's just people are very busy. I understand that. I do. Includes 6 accounts at no extra cost. Yeah, that's fine, but I'm already covered with what I got now. Steve Mannering says, I have Amazon Prime. Did Chris say I can get to that on Twitch chat? Yeah. You use your free Amazon Prime account, but you have to manually renew that every month if you want to stay in the chat room, I should say. Yeah, no, I have a family plan, Marble Dash. No, I know how it all works. Do you think they'll make a movie about Aiden? I think this is probably about as good as it gets. Maybe we'll get a comic series. I doubt we're going to see much more from Aiden. But she's had a rather nice arc to this point. I've certainly appreciated it. I don't really get into story mode as much as others do. I've enjoyed gameplay. I'm definitely not a perfect player, which people have remarked and said, it's kind of refreshing to see someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Like in terms of gameplay, because I'm not a perfect player. At all. Yeah, I guess we just don't watch a lot of TV. We just don't. We're not big TV watchers around here. Maybe Jedi, would watch more TV than we would. But even then, we're going to be keeping her to using the Amazon the Kindle Kids tablet, and even with that, we're going to be limiting time with it. We're not going to say that she could have it every day necessarily. But, we'll pull it out. It'll be an option for her, not the only option for her. But we will limit her time. She'll be able to watch things on it as her own personal TV / camera / tablet / whatever you want to call it. Definitely not going to use it as a babysitter for sure. Did you ever hear about the Note 8 Star Wars edition? Interested to see what they do? No? There's a Note 8 Star Wars edition? That's news to me. Someone released some Star Wars cases today. I saw. I think one of the big case suppliers. I'm not going to get one. I've already paid money for this one. I love Star Wars, love it. But when I'm pretty well served by something like this, and I'm on my gadgets, I'm okay just keeping them plain and simple. I don't even have a wallpaper. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, so there is the. Oh, there is. Okay, hang on. Liz just sent me the link. Thank you, Liz. Galaxy Note 8 could get a special Star Wars edition. Could. Interesting. That would be nice. I'd say, Dez, if you're still getting me a Note 8, can it be this one? Please? Maybe he knows something I don't know. Maybe, is this the reason why he's waited? Makes you kind of, that would just be amazing. That would be cool. I don't know if I would switch, but it would probably become one of my favorite Android devices of all time. Zero doubt in my mind. That would make it for me. Because remember, I'm not the hardware guy. I'm a software guy. Just get a Star Wars skin or case and add a theme to it. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, dude. And I don't even do that. I don't even think of that. Or, all that much. I just keep it nice and clean and simple and easy. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Oh, link to the creator channel. Hector, Liz, can you link to the Creator Advocate channel? That's where we're going to be going after this to talk about business, entrepreneurship, being a creator professionally. Someone asked here in Discord, I apologize. No, that name is banned from this channel. That's now a swear word. They told me they weren't interested in you. D-Brand is not interested in you. You think they are. They're not. Let's go ahead and... Because they said that you were basically not interesting to them. I asked. I said, hey, would you be interested in supporting this community? And they're like, nah, we're good. I'm like, okay. Yasser asked, what was my last full-time job? Yasser, do you mind asking that question again in the Creator Advocate channel? I think that's a great question to ask of me, given my longevity in doing what I've done. Let me put it this way. I'm indoctrinated. In terms of what it is that I do right now, I would find it very difficult to do anything else. I really appreciate doing what it is that I do. And it's not the same every day. It's not perfect every day, but you know what? At least I do it. And some people can't say that. And that was one of the things that I pointed out in the Creator Advocate video I shot the other day. It was about 10 minutes long. I said, I just want to try it. I want to do it. I want to get a feel. And then we'll trip around how it's going to work. I just didn't want to have to think all the way through it because I'm like, oh, we'll start then, and then it never starts. And I just want to do it, and then figure it out. And sometimes that's the wrong thing to do, but sometimes it's the right thing to do. The last one it was probably Tech TV, but even then I was an entrepreneur. When I was working for somebody else, I was still my own boss. Not for them, but I'd put in years into my own efforts before I took the gig at Tech TV. Some people think that's where my career started. I'm like, no, it's not where it started, and it's not where it ended at all. And what do I have to say about that? Well, I am still here. They are not. Shrug emoji. Shrug emoji. No. Is it really 8:05 p.m. here? Wow. These late streams are... they're late. Late streams are late. What is your opinion on Google tracking us without our consent? Even when we declined the option, they still did it. Dude, it's Google! This is what I'm reading. Okay, I'm reading the article. I know what you're talking about. Maybe this is a good let's talk about it. Let's talk about topic. Yeah, I'm reading the whole Google privacy. Remember what I was talking about? Google privacy and all that? Before I made a switch to Android? I knew full well what I was getting into. Why is anybody shocked? Because you turned it off? It's Google. Now, granted, they said they'll turn off the option at some point, they say, before the end of the year. And I think I heard that correctly. But the way I see it is, you made a deal with the devil. Yes, Google's the devil. Privacy is not a feature for Google. What do you think? They're Apple? I mean, why are you upset? I get it, because you turned it off and you were expecting they weren't going to try. Dude, you're using a Google product. Do I like it? No. Should they have done it? No. Am I surprised? No. Is it a tempest in a teapot? I don't know. Maybe you're upset about it. At which point I tell you, stop using Google. God. When people get their... well, then don't do it. Especially when you know the company doesn't care. I mean, it does. It cares. It cares. But QZ does an expose, and then, I think it was QZ. Quartz does an expose, and correct me if I'm wrong if it wasn't Quartz. And then suddenly, oh, Google wasn't respecting our privacy. Dude, it's Google. That's my answer. What do I think? I think it's Google. Now, if Apple did it, then that would raise eyebrows. Because that's not an Apple-y thing to do. That's a Microsoft-y thing to do. That's a Google-y thing to do. That's what I feel. I know some people are going to... I'm sure people are like, whoa, shame on you, Google. Shame on you about violating privacy. Do they not know it was Google? You can argue. I'm not going to argue. I don't. Hang on. Google uses us as the product, so what do you expect? Exactly. Of course, they're using our data regardless of consent. Google's business is advertising. Users are the product tools. Gmail, Chrome, Pixel, etc. are the vehicles through which they gather data from us. Yep. I get it. I understand it. Problem is that Apple's just not done well for me in relation to software over the past however long that I've been dealing with it. And I'm done with Apple software for now. And apparently I'm not the only one. Someone on YouTube said, tried the iPhone 10 when using the full screen. It crops out the image when watching a video. Big no-no, smaller screen than the Plus. I know, that's what I was saying. I've said that. Okay. Apple tracks its users in other ways too. Yeah, it does, but it obfuscates and it anonymizes. Apple does things in a different way. For Apple, privacy is a feature. For Google, it isn't. Apple doesn't make... Well, if they do make money with ads anymore, they had iAd for a while. They tried that. It certainly isn't a big portion of the revenue generated. Makes my Pixel work so much better. There you go, Rockland, USA. Hey, that's, honestly, I'm like, you know what? That's the thing, is if they're using machine learning and all their intelligence, the data, to make these products better, then I guess I can't complain too loudly because I'm getting a better product, knowing full well that they are potentially taking a piece of me. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? Wasn't that That was a Britney Spears song, right? Diana's the Britney Spears fanatic around here. Fanatic. I wouldn't call her a fanatic, but she likes Britney. I like Britney Spears. I ain't got a problem with her. I'm pretty sure that's who it was though. Personal information has become a profitable commodity over the years. Anyone using the internet should assume there is no privacy. A lot of money is made on trading personal information. Dude, there's more about you that you don't know is out there. So much about you is out there, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. Nothing you can do about it. And that's the thing. I mean, you can try to pull back and keep things as close to the chest as you can, and inevitably you're not in control of your own life. I think I was talking about this to Roberto the other day. Roberto Blake, the guy who sat in this chair a few days ago, and we did a TLDR. It was an amazing one. He drove it largely, but when we were having lunch, I was basically saying you don't control the information about yourself. And then we kind of got we got a little deep, but he said he was more pragmatic. I guess putting a more positive spin on how you don't control much about yourself. And I was like, you don't. Yeah, I disagree. I'm not as pragmatic about it. It's something that I've recognized as a pretty massive shortcoming for some time. So many cool videos found on YouTube based on my recommendations from my YouTube watch history. I don't know if I've found much of that. The thing that annoys me is when someone sends me a link to a YouTube video and then I watch it, and then for the next year, like, I'm getting recommendations for that type of video that I watched once, and even then briefly. So there are many times that the YouTube auto recommendation feature backfires. Like, there's no way to effectively say, this is not a video that I want in my history. You watch one video, and forever will it dominate your destiny. It's true. People don't want to hear that. They don't. It's true. Things are starting to wind down here, so we're just shy of an hour. Let's go ahead and wrap it up right around the 45-minute mark. Give you about 3 more minutes to get in your super chats, to get any last questions in. And then we're going to pop over to youtube.com/creatoradvocate. Talk about entrepreneurship and technology. We'll talk about tech and how it applies to business, and the business of being an entrepreneur or a creator, potentially. So we'll talk about tech, but more as a destination. Or, I'm sorry, more as an enabler, not a destination. But that'll be right after this particular broadcast. So get those questions ready. I already got a good one from Yasir. I'll even keep the Discord chat up in the background during the live video, though y'all know the topic. Y'all know I gotta focus you in on the whole creator advocate, because I'm a creator advocate. I'm talking to fellow entrepreneurs and creators and business people, that marketers maybe, that bend. If you ever had an inclination of being an independent creator, or, you wanted to do your own YouTube channel and you wanted some guidance, then that's the YouTube stream to tune into. What keyboard do you use on your phone? I got an idea. Hang on. What's this? Nope. The iPad Pro keyboard is not compatible with the I called it a Nexus again, the Pixel. Like, what? Here, how's this for a thumbnail? Is this a good one? Ow! Didn't work. So I guess I'm going to have to stick with Gboard. Gboard is my answer. You can use Gboard on iOS as well. Did I see a comeback for the BlackBerry? Or do I see a comeback for the BlackBerry? Possibly spring. That's usually when fruits come out. I've never been a fan of BlackBerry. It gets the seed things get stuck in your teeth and it kind of grit. I don't like food with grit in it. Never really was a fan. Not exactly sure what fruits have to do with tech talk, but okay. I can't imagine you talking about anything that's remotely relevant in the tech space named BlackBerry, but maybe you like fruits, but don't worry, don't cry. I mean, you may be crying because the blackberries are not in the grocery stores. They'll come back. Believe you me, they will come back. Be watching for other fruits when they're fresh. Strawberries, possibly other berries. Maybe you like that. I would recommend staying away from any kind of juices. Usually those are just laden with sugar. They're nothing more than sugar water with juice flavoring, fruit flavoring, not real fruit. But yeah, that's my feeling. Check back in spring. Yeah, it's a good way to end the show. Thank you everybody for asking fruity questions as well as other questions. I will see you in a few minutes over at youtube.com/creatoradvocate, as I mentioned before. Tomorrow I'll be live again in this channel, as well as youtube.com/Chris Pirillo and youtube.com/creatoradvocate. Thank you again for participating in Discord chat. Sorry if I showed up as yellow. It's because the night mode is on, but I have my white balance now, no longer warm. Thank you, patrons. Patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. Thank you to the Twitch subscribers as well, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Links are in the video description. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.